BA meeting for Monday, September 27th to order. Roll call.
Mola Rosa. Andrew Urbanowitz.
Here.
Mary Ann Turner, here. Charlie Mastroberti.
Here.
Kelly Davis.
Here.
Robert Kwasnicki.
Here.
Kathy Plopper.
Here.
Rich Stroney.
Here.
Mr. Chairman, last month or last time we met, I believe that Robert Kwasnicki and Kathy Plopper were our alternates. He's coming in the door.
Hello, Chairman. Hello?
We're at fire evacuation notice.
Acting Chairman, Ronowitz, call. You want to continue while I get ready?
I don't have the fire evacuation notice, Mo.
Okay.
My version wouldn't be as good as yours. so
Sorry.
if you're ready to take over as chair of the meeting, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. Good evening. Sorry I'm late. Fire evacuation in case of an emergency. Two means of egress out of the chambers. One is to your right, my left. Go out the double doors here, take the first door down the stairs, out into the parking lot. Second is behind you, in front of us. You go through the double doors, take a right, go down into the parking lot. Pledge of Allegiance. Could we stand, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Make sure my phone is silenced so we don't have to hear that noise again.
Town attorney report.
Do we want to make a motion to move
What?
numbers 5, 6 down below new business?
I make a motion to move
Let her make her motion, please. You don't even know what you're seconding yet.
move the town attorney report old business after number 8, new business.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Made by Mary Ann, seconded by
Constable
Constable
Kwasnicki.
Kwasnicki. Roll call, please.
Mola Rosa.
Yes.
Andrew Urbanowitz.
Yes.
Mary Ann Turner, yes. Charlie Mastroberti.
Yes.
Kelly Davis.
Yes.
Unanimous.
Okay, move on to legal notice.
Legal notice, please.
Well, there is a little problem with that.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, let's see if they stuck my legal notice on the top of the sheet. Mr. Shelley, this is happening more often than not. I don't have a legal notice on my table. Do you have a copy? Is it on the?
I don't have one either.
Well, I could just, no.
Could read it off of this, but we don't have the
Publication.
dates and, yeah, we don't have the publication notice.
Mr. Chairman, if I may make a suggestion, would it be all right if we look up on the phone? Wouldn't it be on our website, the town website?
Well, Rick's,
It's not in the phone.
okay,
If I may?
Yep.
thank you. Nothing like having the audience do my work for me. Thank you, Carl.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Danfield Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on Monday, September 27, 2021, at 7 p.m. in the Council Chambers, Town Hall, 820 Enfield Street, Enfield, Connecticut, concerning the following: ZBA 2021-07-13, 56 Highland Park, variance request from section 410-3 to allow up to 6% increase in lot coverage. Jeffrey McGee, owner applicant, map 33, lot 37, R33 zone. Dated this 15th day of September 2021. Maurice LaRosa, chairman, Mary Ann Turner, secretary.
Will the applicant come forward?
Absolutely. You can stay like this, that's it.
State your name and address for the record, please.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. For the record, Carl Landolina, Fahey and Landolina, 487 Spring Street, Windsor Locks. Seated behind me and to my right is Jeffrey McGee. He's the property owner of the property in question. I've reviewed the report written by former employee Jen Bacacia, and I think it spells out in great detail the facts that gave rise to this application. Mr. McGee has owned this property, which he bought from family members, since 2002. He's made no improvements in terms of structures on the property. So what is on the ground now is something I guess he inherited. He's been there 2 decades, and as I say, he hasn't changed anything. Apparently, in the process of trying to get a building permit to add just a sort of a spa in his backyard to be placed on a concrete pad that supports a deck that's on the second story of the house, it was discovered that the coverage exceeds the allowable coverage in the zone. He's on a small 5,000 square foot lot. He's over by somewhere in the 300 square foot range. There is a detached garage of about 180 square feet, as well as a small shed of 120 square feet. Everything else as well. Those things are attached to the ground as well. So during this process, when Mr. Richelli was asked to sign off on a permit, which is essentially, I think, a permit for an electrical permit to install the spa, he discovered this and said the best course of action would be to straighten this out now rather than let it go any further. And he brought this application. After he brought the application, he called me and asked me if I would just speak on his behalf. So I'm here to do that. I have given Mr. Richelli the affidavit regarding the sign. It's been there for the required amount of time. He has had one inquiry from his neighbors, Mr. McGee has, and it was just a gentleman just inquiring, what's going on at your property, and he explained, well, this is something that's been existing for a long time. I just want to put a spa out there, and we discovered this problem that's been going on. And it seems to me one of the things you talk about in your regulations is harmony and compatibility with the neighborhood. We've got this sort of after-the-fact thing that's been there for decades, and it hasn't, to my knowledge, it hasn't created any disharmony or incompatibility with any of the neighborhood or anything like that. So I'd be happy to answer your questions, but basically that's it in a nutshell.
All right, before we get going, because I was disorganized, I didn't read this ahead of time, but I'd like to take a second to read it.
Absolutely.
A variance can be granted where such a grant will not affect the overall purpose of the zoning ordinance, and where strict interpretation of the ordinance will result in a hardship. A hardship exists where the zoning ordinance uniquely affects a parcel of land differently than other parcels, and where the property or reasonable use of the land would be impossible without the variance. Self-imposed or financial hardships by law cannot be considered as reasons for granting a variance. Are there any questions of the board?
Just some clarification, if I may, with Rick. Rick, R33 requires 30,000 square feet of lot area?
That's
Is that
correct.
And 100 minimum or 150 feet of frontage, right?
That's correct.
And this property is, as it is, 5,000 square feet of area, right?
It's just slightly over 5,000, which just makes it barely a legal building lot in itself.
All right, and that's just the way it was, so it's not even conforming as it is to the R33 zone?
No, it doesn't at all, no.
Okay.
I think, Commissioner, that when I looked at the description of the property, it describes a subdivision from 1901. So that's when these lots were created, obviously before the existence of zoning. And I know that you have special sections in your regulation to deal with these, undersized lots. So, but yes. So anything that's done over there in that section of town, and all the lots are basically the same size, would require a variance from this board, which seemed to me.
With that being said, though, then what makes this lot unique?
Well, in the fact that it's 5,000 square feet and undersized.
But they're all that way.
No.
Not all the lots in town and not the lots in the
But you-
R33.
The lots in that neighborhood, you said, are all the same.
We're talking about lots in the R33 zone.
Right. I'd like to interject on that. I went and looked at the property and I looked them up. They're not. They're very willy-nilly
No,
mowed.
I know, I was just
okay.
saying, because
Yeah.
that's what he said.
I understand.
And just for clarification, the hot tub is going on an existing slab that's been there, and we're
Decades.
not increasing anything?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
The buildings that are they already being taxed?
They are on the assessor's card.
Yeah. So he's already being taxed for them.
For the deck, the garage, and the shed. Yes,
Okay,
all
that's-
on the tax rolls.
Okay. Mike, just for curiosity, and it's something he should bring back to whoever closed on the property, is this really stems back to his closing attorney. Why was this not found when he bought the property? Is that's
I
what
don't
we
know.
do? That, somebody does a property check, right? I'm sure you do them yourselves,
Yes.
I know when I bought my house, my attorney didn't do his due diligence, and it cost him.
In terms of until very recently, when title companies began offering municipal searches, where they would actually go and search for things like this, attorneys just based their information on what's on the land records and didn't look at, go to the building department to see what was what. So,
Any other questions? Do you have anything else for us?
no, I do not.
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
Made by Mary Ann, seconded by Mr. Urbanowitz. Roll call, please.
Mo La Rosa.
Yes?
Andrew Abanowitz.
Yes.
Mary Ann Turner, yes. Charlie Masterbirdy.
Yes.
Kelly Davis.
Discussion.
I went out and looked at the property. It was properly marked, thank you very much. I like that it was marked exactly where it's going to go. It has definitely been there a long time. I did go up and down the road, and there are many properties that are probably overbuilt for that space, for that street, and they're all different. They're all different. So actually, I don't see the issue here, and I would be in favor of the variance, only because he's not adding anything else to be any more non-conforming. He's just sticking to what he's got to put a hot tub on it. So I've seen no issue with granting the variance.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, under the variance statement, it says, where such grant will not affect the overall purpose of the zoning ordinance and where strict interpretation of the ordinance will result in a hardship. Obviously, if we strictly enforce this zoning ordinance, the property is de facto in violation. So we cannot, so to me, it's a unique hardship. We're trying to apply a square peg in a round hole. Just my,
Anyone else?
I do have one question to Rick. I noticed on the department comments, there were no comments from the building department, and I think it was a word missing in the water pollution control, which says WPC has comments at this time. I think they meant
No comments at this time. And building department, no, they did not respond. The permit is held up right now, and there's no real issues with the building department per se. It's just me signing off on the permit and not being allowed to because of the situation.
All right. Well, I don't, myself, I struggled with it a little bit, but he's already been taxed on it. And because they've taxed him on it, they've known it's been there for a long time, or they wouldn't have taxed him on it. So with that, I'm going to go with the approval. So do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Mary Ann, seconded by Mr. Urbanowitz. Roll call, please.
Mola Rosa.
Yes.
Andrew Abanowitz.
Yes.
Mary Ann Turner, yes. Charlie Masterbirdy.
Yes.
Kelly Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Have a great night. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carl.
Carl, I think that's the fastest you've been in and out of here.
Yes, that is, Mr. Chairman.
What are you going to do with the rest of your night now, right?
Relax. Thank you.
Okay, so the reason for this approval, somebody want to try something out on me?
He's not going further out of compliance than what he's had for years. And what's there has been there for quite some time and was there before he bought it. All right, has everybody had a chance to look through the minutes of June 28th?
Yes,
Yes.
Mr. Chairman.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Made by Mary Ann,
Second.
seconded by Constable.
Oh, I don't
Kwasnicki
see
doesn't
it.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were,
No,
It wasn't
alternate.
I forgot he showed up.
Yeah.
Roll call, please.
One minor change.
Okay.
Page 2, fifth paragraph, last sentence, it said Turner stated, it's missing a T. Just a minor typo.
Okay.
Just here to look pretty. Yes, you are. Mola Rosa,
Yes?
Andrew Banowitz,
Abstain.
Mary Ann Turner, yes. Charles Masterbirdy,
Yes.
Kelly Davis.
Abstain.
2 down.
Correspondent staff reports. Are you our new liaison? Do we not get the new girl?
This is what you got for tonight. No staff
The
reports at this
handsome
time.
person.
So, yeah, we have no new applications.
Nothing at this time.
Yeah. Haven't met the new girl yet. So maybe she'll come to a meeting. So, okay. Legal
Yep.
notice.
I don't have one. Oh, you mean the attorneys?
Yes, oh, I'm sorry, attorney.
I have
attorney's
3 of those,
Oh, wow.
and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. We read them. There's no updates, it's just what's here.
Yeah.
So,
Is this just a list of what's outstanding still? That's all?
Yeah,
Okay.
what he's, yeah. Yep. Any other business?
in our minutes, it mentioned the applications, which we have still not really reviewed. And not that you have nothing better to do, but maybe if we have a meeting in October, the applications can be sent out so we can review them and maybe
Okay.
discuss them at our October meeting.
Or just go back to the old ones that we liked?
Well, they're still using the old ones, so they can't use new ones until we've approved any
Well,
new
no,
ones.
the old ones we liked.
Oh, well,
The ones we spent 2 years doing.
well, maybe new staff will get new stuff.
All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So
Motion.
moved.
Second.
Not bad, 25 minutes.
Wow.